As it is written, the kingdom is within us. Come together and discuss the issues within the kingdom. Speak your peace. Speak the truth. For the kingdom is at hand. Kingdom Conversations.
Peace and blessings, peace and blessings, peace and blessings to the whole house, to the kingdom of the Israelites. Father, thank you for another day to converse with the kingdom people. Over here, we call them the book people. And we thank you for choosing the book people, not because we were special, because you chose us this hour and you chose us to be here this hour. We were selected, a select group that you selected, that you wanted to represent you and represent what you gave our ancestors. So we thank you, Father, for what you gave our ancestors, and we the standard bearer of our ancestors to carry the word, the law, statutes, and commandments. Yes, sir. We the standard bearer of the book. Thank you, Father. Thank you for sending first fruits, Mashiach, your first fruits. As the book say, somebody get that precept where it talks about the only begotten. Somebody else go get that precept where he said, "Let there be light." What was that light that was called? Huh? Sun and moon and earth hadn't been created yet, but he called some light first. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Mashiach, for doing the work that you did. Book say he was hung on a tree. What the book say? Thank you for doing that, all that work that you did for us to redeem us. Who he say he come for? Somebody get that precept. He say, "I am not sent but to who?" He sent to the lost sheep, the stick, the two sticks that came together and formed the kingdom of the Israelites. He came for them other ones. Put a 7 up if you believe he came for the other ones because he knew who the first set was, and he came for the other set. When you say what you saved from Christianity, we thank Mashiach, we thank the Ruach HaKodesh. Because without the Ruach, we wouldn't have no understanding. Greetings, family. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Hope the Father's been keeping you. We're going to pick up where we left off, and I took a week off because I wanted to keep y'all in suspense. No, I was actually not feeling well, so I took a day off and said I wasn't going to do KC because I wasn't really feeling right. But we're back. We're back with Macthusm, and we got Brother Najid on. Brother Najid, how you doing, brother? What say you?
Peace and blessings, man. I feel like I haven't been on a show with you in a while, man. So, as always, bro, it's great to hear your voice. Great to be on with you. Welcome, Brother Macthusm. Heard your testimony last time. I'm dying to hear more. Excited to see what you got for us today.
Thank you,
Everybody
brother.
in the chat, my fam, good to see you all. Great to see you all. Hope you all are blessed and having a great day. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Shalom to our guest, Macthusm. Mac, go ahead and greet the fam, brother.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, I want to give an RIP to the brother Ariyah. He was one of the 7 heads to come out of One West where it all started. He was one of the first to be banging on Esau. And he birthed your boy Nathaniel, Tahar, Zabak, Barak, and your boy Wakar. So I'm going to say rest in peace to Ariyah.
Rest in peace to the brother Ariyah. We'll see. Some of us will see him on the other side, and hopefully we'll see him on this side.
Come.
You know, but if some, I'm not gonna say some of us, if some don't make it to stay on this side, greet the brother when you sing, because he was a mighty brother, and quiet is kept. Like I always say, the camp's gonna have more people talking about they know the truth than anybody to their charge. The camps was the forerunners of everybody on the earth, bar none, outside of the Israelites that went over there to Israel, that knew their heritage. The camps put in the most work. The camps got camps worldwide.
Yes. So the split was good because that, everything branched out.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. So I'm gonna go ahead and greet the fam. Hey fam, like I normally tell you, y'all could have been anywhere. I appreciate y'all jumping in and joining on with us to have another conversation. And we're gonna pick up where we left off. But before we jump into that, I got to go through and greet everybody that's on the panel. Like I always tell you, y'all could have been anywhere. NBA is full swing. You could be watching Kyrie Irving and get down with how he getting down on Dallas. Or you could be, if you're a Laker fan, LeBron just broke the record a few weeks ago. But if you're a Laker fan, you could be watching him. Or, like I always tell y'all, you could be chasing your children around and saying, okay, children, y'all need to sit down so we can listen to loudmouth Brother C and him yell and holler at us like he normally do. Or, I'm going to put this on y'all. Y'all could be having some good, I'm not going to say kosher, y'all could be having some good Israelite dining where you're not eating no shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. So, greetings to you, family. Appreciate you jumping on. We'll start from the top, like how we normally do, and work down. My good brother Darnell Blackshear. Peace and blessings, brother. Hope you are well. Hope the Father's been keeping you. Yasharallah Ban Malak. Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Good to see you. Pam Yah Israel. Shalom Akiem of Salt of the Earth moderators. My chat family. With love. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Jason Camfor. Hey, brother. Peace and blessings to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the Father's been keeping you. Samara, unorthodox daughter of Zion. Shalom, sis. Peace and blessings to you. Hope the Father's been keeping you. Hope you've been well. Stephanie M. Shalom, sis. Shalom to you. Shalom, family, salt of the earth. Shalom to you. And like I always tell y'all in the middle, as I'm going down, peace and blessing to G. As I'm going down, y'all greet y'all family and you speak to them and you shalom them. Get in the habit of shalom and Israelites. Get in the habit of shalom and everybody that's in the chat and shalom in your family. If you see a heathen on the job, you're going to shalom or you're going to say, hello, Bob. Hello, Mary. How are things? If you see your brother and sister on the street, you're going to look away, snatch your head like, oh, I'm not saying nothing to him because he or she might be trying to beat me out of something. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's time out for that. Got to get on the code. And the code is to love Israel first and foremost, and to hell with the heathen. You running around trying to appease the heathen, and the heathen still gonna kick your head in. That's his job. Heathen's job is to run you over. If he see you on the street like that one packer would talk about, oh, I see a black family, I'm gonna run them over because I don't like their skin color. Huh? Before, Shalom, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Pam, I believe we got you. Sister Lynn, hey sis, how you doing? Peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Albany, Georgia, salute. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Peace and blessings to you. Believer 101. Shalom. Peace and blessings to you. Hope the Father's keeping you. Phantom Warrior. Shalom. Phantom Warrior. Peace and blessings, brother. Hope all is well. My good brother Yash Shadik. Hey Yash, how you doing, brother? Peace and blessings to you. Hope you are well. Hope the Father's been keeping you, brother, and that the job that you haven't been chasing them heathens off the job, making them quit because you running around with a Psalms 109 shirt. Or a Psalms 109 hoodie. Romy Black, shalom, peace and blessings, sis. Hope you're well. Motor City Free Press. Shalom, peace and blessings to you. Hope the Father's keeping you. Lynn, we got you. Yasharal Bam Malik, we got you. Anonymous, shalom, peace and blessings to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope the Father's keeping you. Motor City, we got you. Terry Payne, shalom, sis. Peace and blessings. Hope all is well with you. Make sure y'all greeting everybody in the chat, fam. I don't want to see nobody talking about, hey, nobody didn't greet me. I went in there all solid in the earth, and they treated me like how they do the Christian church. Only people that got greeting is the people in the front pew. If you one of those that tithe the Trinity offering, you get a 3x, then you get shouted out. You get accoutrements and good tidings and blessings. Meanwhile, the rest of y'all don't get nothing. So y'all greet your family. Hey, y'all keep burying y'all. Peace and blessings, brother. Hope all is well. Omaya Yakita, peace and blessings. Shalom, sis. Hope all is well with you. Alicia Israel, peace and blessings, sis. Hope you well. Hope all has been well. But good, bro. 3-point shooter right here. You better look out. If you talk about you want to play some hoop, you better look out for this dude. Don't play Tone Spain in no hoop because he's a ringer. You could go on his channel and he'll bust your eyes out. So don't be fooling around with Tone Spain. Charles Bird, it's good to see you, Tone. Charles Bird, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Let's see. I'm gonna keep scrolling down. If I didn't catch you, I'm gonna catch you. And we're gonna take our time like we always do. We're not gonna rush through greeting the family because it's something that we always do. Sarita Hebrew, peace and blessings, sis. Hope you are well. Let me see. Pizzalola, Yas bless. Peace and blessings, sis. Hope you are well. Hope the Father's been blessing and keeping you. And y'all know that's my prayer for all of y'all. My prayer for all of that, everybody is that they do the will of the Father that He gave you. It's one thing to say, okay, I'm doing the Father's will, but you got to know what the Father's will is for your life. What is that? Brother C, answer the question to that riddle that you just gave us. What's the will of the Father in my life? Well, you should be able to answer that. I can't tell you that. I know what He gave me. And is probably more along the lines of what He put in you to do to bring forth to the earth for His purpose. He purposed something in your life that He gave you and said, I want you to do this and I want you to do that. If you do this and that, then I'm going to give you some more of this and that to do. And He don't want you sitting on your own, waiting around for Mashiach to come back, waiting around for the wilderness, waiting around for this, that, and the third. No, sir, no, ma'am. Books say somewhere, somebody get that precept where it say, tarry until I come. What does that mean? Does that mean sit on your rump and wait? No, it means come together. But get that precept where it say, gather thyself together, O nation, not desire. Who is He talking out at what time? When was that for? Who is He talking to? Was He talking to you? Child of Yahweh Shai, peace and blessings. Hope all is well. Nylanti, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well with you. Eyes to see, ears to hear. Peace and blessings. I like that name. Peace and blessings. Hope all is well. Let's see. Son of Yaakov, peace and blessings, brother. Hope you're well. Hope your family's well. Hope the Father's been keeping you. Octeria Phillips, peace and blessings, sis. Hope you are well. Scrolling down. I'll keep scrolling down. Y'all make sure y'all greet everybody. Nobody should be left out. Nobody leave nobody out. You speak to everybody here. That's how we do it. You're getting in the habit of doing it. You get in the habit when you see Israelites on the street. You get in the habit you greet them. You say shalom to them. Don't be running around in fear. You say shalom to somebody, you might make that person day. So I'm all done yelling at y'all, and I'm glad to see y'all all here. But if y'all come in and y'all send up a shalom, I will definitely put you up. Wise society, peace and blessings to you, sis. Hope all is well. Like I said, my prayer for Israel, the Israelites this hour, is that they do the will of the Father. That's my prayer for all of you. Because if you check this out. Look at this goes. This is common for you, bro. Common for me too. It says, Yahshua, anyone has a fringes person that they use that's not taking advantage of us. I'm not sure how to let me read that slowly, bro, so I can make sure I hear what you're saying. Anyone has a fringes person that they use that's not taking advantage of us. I'm not sure what you mean, bro. If you could put clarity
Trying
into
to purchase fringes, bro.
huh?
They're trying to purchase fringes.
Hey, is that what he's saying?
So,
I'm guilty of not selling fringes, so maybe we can find out and put you in contact with someone. Why don't you send us an
go,
email? Go ahead, bro.
go
Go
on
ahead, rock that.
Etsy. Go on Etsy.
Go on Etsy. Etsy has them.
Etsy, yeah.
Okay. My brother says go on Etsy and get them. And
Or you can go on Amazon too.
okay, either Etsy or Amazon to get your fringes. That'll be a good purchase for you. I'll say that. And so we're gonna get back into the get back. So we got our brother Macthusm back on the line, and for buying clothing. Okay, so that's a good point. That's a good point, bro. It's funny that you mentioned that because me and Mac had a conversation about that, and he brought some things to my attention, and I was like, I'll be real with y'all, and he brought some things to my attention that made a lot of sense. So we're gonna have to rectify some things along those lines. I'll just say that, and I'll leave the rest to leave the rest up for interpretation. Let's see. Bakar, the Israelite says, we so royal friends. Hey, Bakar, send us do me a favor. Send us a email. We'll put the ticker up. Shoot us an email so that when we get the question, we could drop your intel on. Matter of fact, if you want to drop your intel now, you could go ahead and do that because we don't mind promoting other family. We've always been doing that. We'll promote other family. We'll put your website up. We'll put pointers to your page. Brothers that have their own channel, we'll point you to them too, because it's about time that we do things together. See, here's the thing. No one should be in fear of putting another brother on or blessing another family member. You know why? The reason why is because that person or that individual has their lane that the Father done gave him. He has their office that the Father done gave him. It's probably going to be a little bit different than salt of the earth, but nonetheless, we all family. We should be hollering at each other and we should be promoting each other. Period.
Well, brother,
Nobody else going to promote us. Go ahead, bro.
That's commerce amongst each other. The Chinese do it and the Jews do it. But can I go back to the fringes right quick?
Yeah. Go ahead, rock that, bro. Go ahead, rock.
Matthew 9, 20, 22.
Let me get my book.
That's when a woman, she just touched Hamashiach fringe and was healed. That's how strong the fringes is. And it's supposed to remind us to do what? Keep the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
I wasn't wearing my fringes. That's why I fell off. Some of the reasons. Okay. So these fringes are very important, y'all. It also say if he comes back and you have on strange apparel, he gonna kill you. So you want to wear your fringes. It's very important. Go ahead, bro.
I appreciate that. And that's a good word. That's a good word of warning to me and everybody else. And so I'm gonna keep it moving. My sister says, yes, indeed, we support one another, and that should be our MO this hour. If you notice that the whole tenor and the whole spirit of Israel has metamorphosed into something that we own code. Some of us understand what FBA is. Some of us understand what B1 is. But at the same time, we starting to get on code, which is a beautiful thing. We're talking about like how the brothers big on talking about commerce amongst ourselves. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get back into part 2 of Macthusum's testimony concerning him going off and going to the left, getting with the left. And for those of you who didn't see part one, I recommend that you go listen to part one because the brother dropped some heavy jewels and some heavy information. And the point that he makes that's pretty clear is that what did Mashiach do? Was Mashiach involved in this stuff? Do we have it documented that he was doing these other things? Or was he going directly to the power source? See, he didn't have no middle intermediary talking about do this hocus pocus act, then you get A, or do A, B, C, and then maybe you get Y. No, he was going directly to the Father.
God.
And so the brother made that point right there, made it perfectly abundantly clear that you don't need nothing else. You don't need nothing else except for what he already gave you because that's too powerful for you anyway. A lot of us don't even recognize when you go back under your culture and you sit down and you read the book, how it opens up so great for you. Those verses that you was reading 5 years ago, they read different now. Put an 8 up if you know they read different. I know I'm going off the beaten path, but I have to because the brother made a great point when he made that point. That's one of them aha moments when you listen to a brother speaking and be like, oh, well, you know what? That makes sense right there. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna recap basically what we covered real quick, real briefly. So if you listen to part one, the brother went into all the things that he was studying, the things that he was practicing. He dropped some jewels about his childhood, the mismanagement of family in his childhood, not only his parents, but also his siblings, I would imagine.
Now the siblings was good beings. I'm not gonna, they was good folk. Like I come from a large family though, and they treated me well.
Okay, all right. And so just to do a quick recap, if you could recap just as and it's up to you how long you want to spend on it.
Okay.
You could point it back to part one, but the brother had been in the truth and had his whole family in it, and then went and studied these other things. Why don't you go ahead and drop the jewels on what you was into and what you was studying so the family could get an understanding of that?
I was in the studying the 72 spirits of Goetia. That's what King Solomon was under, who he commanded. It was 72 spirits, and each 72 spirits they have legions under them. And I was drawing energy from them. That's called that was in demonology, but never did you was taught you don't bow down and worship them because you are equal to them. So it was never a point of I worship them. Did I make altars to some of them? Yes, I did. Did I make blood pacts with some of them? Yes, I did.
Okay, and that's really really heavy. And you were into a lot of the different things like tarot and go ahead. I'm sorry.
I did tarot. I did candle magic. I did sigil magic. Whatever you can think of, I was doing it. I studied the Kabbalah, the Tree of Life, Gnosticism, and I was in it deep.
Now I'm going to say this. The one thing that blew my mind, and we're going to end the recap here, and then we're going to go into where we're at now. The one thing that blew my mind about your journey was the fact that you said that you was creating your own system. Explain that to the fam right quick.
Well, I don't want to get deep into it because I don't want nobody trying to practice it. But then the system I created also now, I flipped it over. Now it could be used for good. So I got the book coming out. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So we look forward to that book. Hopefully it won't. Here's my hope is that it won't. Go ahead.
Nothing going against the Most High. It basically is dealing with your subconscious mind.
Okay. No, the only thing I was gonna say, bro, was hopefully it don't have family members jumping out the window talking about they creating their own system, or not only that, but they can rock out with these 72 dudes and think they can get riches and fame because like how they was basically tricking you, right?
Well, you can rock out with them and you can obtain riches and fame, but what does the scripture say? You gain the world but lose your what?
Lose your soul.
Yeah, you can get it. But I wasn't allowed to get it because I couldn't be plucked out of Hamashiach's hand. She said I was only going to get so deep. He was only going to allow me to go get so deep. Have you seen that movie Deep Cover?
Yes.
Okay.
Good movie.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay. All right. And the more that I think about it, bro, the more that I know that you're definitely blessed, because I see a lot of people that they get into that, and either they don't come back to this reality,
Actually,
or they get whacked.
You can split. Basically, you can go crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and you can go crazy like that. And several times I had to reel myself back in from going cuckoo. Because you're conversing with spirits and stuff. Okay, they conversing with you. Full blown, you chopping it up with it. You know what I'm saying? You making blood pacts with them. I got the blood. I got the dove oil and the blood ink. Making packs with them, put my blood in, mixing with it. I was doing some terrible stuff.
Yeah, you're very fortunate, bro, to have went all the way in, because you was all the way in.
I was in.
Never heard nobody talk about they had their own system. I'm gonna greet a couple of people. Yvette Rivera, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Barbanya Yashara, peace and blessings to you. Hope all is well. Sister Tanisha, hope all is well with you. Peace and blessings to you all. So now let's get back into where we left off, because if for those of you who didn't see part one, go back and take a look at part one, and that's going to give you some really, really good insight. So I'm gonna set this up with the idea that, okay, so now you're into this practice, you're practicing this stuff, and there was an event that happened that kind of made you steer back to go back to the truth. But I'm kind of setting up and framing it. Do you want to talk about the incident with the police, or do you want to talk about just prior to that, what was going on?
Yeah, we gotta before we get to the police.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you rock, man. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead.
So again, I'm studying it hard. Trying to formulate my own system and stuff. My wife, she is, she noticing the change in me, and she couldn't rule me out. And then, because later on, I asked her, "What did you pray for me?" She said, "Yeah, I prayed for you." So I'm in it deep. I was trying to, get her into it, but she's an Israelite, so she kept doing the Sabbath, the Shabbat. She wore dresses. When the scriptures coming out, she cover her head, like it says. So she was in it. She was in it deep. My kids was in it. No cooking on the Sabbath. Out of respect for her, I observed it. You know what I'm saying? But again, people think possession is like you see on the movies. It's not like that. It's you keep some of your stability, but bit by bit, as you get into it, they're gonna move you to the side so they can take over and run the machine, run your brain, and that's what was slowly happening to me. So it was I believe it was a new moon, and I was doing a ritual to a certain deity. One of the 72. It was a high ranking one too. So I get up. They woke me up at 3:00. Because that's the time, considered the witching hour at 3:00 in the morning. So they wakes me up at 3. I said, oh yeah, it's time to do this. So I goes in there. I got my copper cup, because this specific demon liked the copper. It liked it a certain fragrance of incense. It was sandalwood. I forgot what else it liked. Just different things that this entity liked. And I wrote out a pack on which is some I forgot the name of the paper. It's what witches use. It'll come back to me. It's a specific paper used for divination and all of that. So I'm writing out the pack. got the demon name on it. Then I pricked myself with diabetic needle thing, and I signed it out in blood. Goes outside. This demon wants you to confront it to the west. So I, stood to the west, put my petition in the cup, the copper cup, lit the incense, had a blue candle that I also like the blue candle, lit the blue candle. It burned the offering to it, and then sparks flying everywhere. Turning red, blue, just crazy. So I knew something was going on. I'm facing the west, so I let it burn out. Oh yeah, and I did it. It was you do it on an even day too when it's when you're trying to connect with this certain deity. So it was on an even day. So I watched the candle burn out in a couple hours and stuff. But later on that evening, all didn't go so well because I'm getting into it with my wife, but I cannot tell you what I was getting into it about. We ended up getting into it, and I have sons and stuff, so then they start coming at me crazy. So I went from her to like, I'm about to knock one of you motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? It ended up getting crazy. One of my sons came out and said, hey man, Dad, you causing confusion. You causing confusion. You need to stop. I told you, okay, I'm gonna stop. I just couldn't stop. I had so much rage, and then I looked at her, started talking crazy to my wife. Then I flipped her off, and I ain't never did this to her before, so she ain't never seen this part of me. I never called her a bitch, hit her, or let her alone, flipped her off. So that was right there. I know, okay, that was demonic, and I knew, but I kept going on and on and on. I goes and grab a knife. I'm hot, and I'm saying, yeah, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. And I sat down on the couch, put the knife on the pillow, and just was like, I was gone. So someone said, get the knife and go outside. I get the knife and I goes outside. And as soon as I make it outside, the police there, deep. Now, in today's climate, I got a knife. Black man in the state I live in is predominantly white. Now, what you think the outcome was supposed to be? And they get called there, I walk outside with a knife.
If you asking me that question,
yeah,
you're not even supposed to be on this plane. You're supposed to be on that plane you was surfing on.
Come. Okay. Why? The Most High didn't. It wasn't my time though. But you figure I'm doing all this demonic crap. I'm shaking them down. I don't need you no more. I'm over you. Because the Gnosticism, you taught that you over God. So I don't need you no more. I'm over you. I walks outside. The police already there to greet me. I drop the knife. They come at me. So I'm chopping it up with them. Boom, 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 boom. Just the knife was for me. I was just so mad. I'm just so mad. The evil detective dude, he goes in the house, he interviews him. He says, oh yeah, he got to go. He got to go. So what they give me, I was facing a attempted assault and battery. In the state I live in, you can get up to 15 years for it. So now I'm looking at a felony going to jail.
I want to make this clear though. I want to make this part clear.
Go ahead.
You did not hit anyone. You did not physically assault anyone.
No, I didn't. Okay. I was just mad that my wife didn't want to talk to me. I said, let's go in the room and talk. She says no, because she didn't want to talk about that demonic stuff. And then my sons came out, which they was right in her defense, and want to fight me. So I'm like, well, I never wanted to fight my father. Why y'all want to jump on me? Boom, boom, boom. So that got me hot. I left her alone. I want to get them. Goes outside. They had left. One of my sons went back in the room. Two had left. I goes outside. I got a knife in my hand. Police don't know if I killed or shot it or did anything into the house. If I killed somebody, I'm outside with a knife. Again, I'm not supposed to be here in this day and climate. Outside with a knife. In the snow. Long story short, so they takes me in, take me to jail. I get there. I calls my brother up. And he drilling me about, well, yeah, but what you was into. I didn't want to hear that. All I was thinking about, man, I'm in jail. What did you talking about, man? I'm in jail. I'm not with all of that. I'm not with all of that anymore. But he kept drilling me. I said, man, okay, boom, 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 I'm gone. So I'm faking like I'm crazy, and they puts me in a crazy tank with some other motherfuckers and shit. I'm in there all night with some crazy ass, naked with some crazy ass bed sheet around me, and they doing a 24-hour psych watch on me. Next day, I go see the psych tech, explaining to him the situation. Man, I'm not crazy. He said, okay, you can go back to, it's going to send me to population. So I goes into population the next morning, because that it was on Monday, and I had to go see the judge. So they let me go talk to my public defender first. So I'm chopping up with him. They said, oh yeah, we can go and get you out on an OR. You don't have a bad record. You don't have no felons. No, this is nothing. We can get you out. I'm like, cool. So then I goes back to my bunk, and I start chanting, doing 108 mantras to this certain deity that I was messing with. The main one I was messing with. So I'm chanting, like, yeah, I'm about to get out. Go see the judge. You ain't going nowhere. Your bail set at $100,000. Get out of here. So now I get back into my bunk. What I say? I said, fuck this shit. I ain't doing it no more. So I immediately discarded that, and I went to the Most High. I said, man, I got to get back in. So they classified me where I had to go to shoot program, 23-hour lockdown. So they puts me over there. As soon as I get over there, I ask a CO. I said, man, y'all don't have any literature I can read? He started smiling at me. He said, no, we only get what's donated. I'm pretty sure he knew what I wanted. I wanted a Bible. So takes me upstairs, locked me up. I immediately start praising the Most High. He said, now it's time for you to praise. Because I already repented for what I did on the other side. So I got to praising the Most High, praise him. I didn't have a Bible or nothing. I'm just praising, giving thanks and praising. But what he did for me, he took the most people when they go to jail, they thinking about what they did. They bitter about somebody called the police, missing loved ones. He took all of that away from me. So all I was doing is just praising his name. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Heavenly Father. Thank you, Heavenly Father. So I'm praising his name. The next morning, they let me out for my 1 hour. And that same CO came in with some books. And what did he have? A Bible. So I rushed and got the Bible, went inside, went upstairs, went inside my cell, and I just sat with it. I said, Heavenly Father, I need the comforter. And he said, nigga, that is the comforter. This book will comfort you. This is the comforter. The words, it said these words are spiritual. The Holy Spirit ain't no thing that be floating around like a ghost. The Spirit is that book. So then I got into the book. Start reading the scriptures that I knew, what I'm saying? Just going over the scriptures I knew, build myself up. Call my brother again. He was like, man, you need to, you got to work on yourself, man. You can't be, this and that, worrying about what your wife gonna do, this and that and that. You need to just work on yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I went back kind of depressed. Most High said, nah. I can't let you do that. This is the wrong place to be depressed, sad, and crying in. You got to build yourself up, brother. So the Most High was working on me like mad, like crazy. Because again, I could have been thinking about facing the 15 years because I was going to fight it to the end. I could have been thinking about, my wife did me wrong. My sons did me wrong. I said, Heavenly Father, I don't want to be bitter. Because if you bitter, you're going to block all your, you're going to block everything. All your prayers and stuff and all your blessings. So I gave up that bitterness. And the Most High is good. He had me just focus on him. He kept saying, focus on me. So I did that. So starting to get better by myself. A couple days went by, and I'm doing cleanup duty. So I'm cleaning up. And I happen to be out there just by myself, and this gangbanger named Adam. He just, OG, can you come up here for a minute? Goes upstairs with the broom. I says, what's up? He just, can you check on the celly right here? I says, what's wrong with the nigga? He said, he swallowed 13 fentanyl pills. And I looked at him. I said, man, ain't no way he swallowed no 13 fentanyl pills and he's still alive. That fool got some bunko. I said, what's his name? He said, his name is TJ. So I'm like, TJ. He go, I said, man, what's wrong with this motherfucker? He swallowed 13 fentanyl pills. TJ. So I'm looking at everybody on the top tier. I said, what should I do? Crickets. Nobody said nothing. So then I thought to myself, I said, man, should I go hit the button so they can come save this fool? Then I said, well, wait a minute. If this nigga's dumb enough to swallow 13 fentanyl pills, what else crazy would he do in his life? Fuck it, I'm gone. So I went back, cleaned up, went back to my cell, closed it. Next morning, they doing count. Got to his cell, he was unresponsive. They called for the paramedics to come in. You could hear the defibrillator. First, they was trying to give him this little breath thing. They kept squeezing, like trying to get air into his lungs. Nothing happened. You could hear the defibrillator. They was working on that man for 45 minutes. After that, these other guys came in the corner, wrapped him up in white plastic, carried him downstairs. He was so heavy, they damn near dropped him. You could hear him banging it on he was banging it on the stairs and stuff. Man, they walked his body out of there. So that was like kind of messed me up because I'm thinking, well, Heavenly Father, power and scripture say life and death is in the power of the Most High hand. Okay, Satan just can't come and kill you. Like in Job, he got to ask permission before he do anything. Okay, he's on the Most High's payroll. So I'm thinking, well, man, that could have been me on the line when I had that night. So Ryan, I'm just like really perplexed now. I'm like tripping. I said, man, but I'm actually like, thank you, Father. Because again, I saw this man walk in, and not even 15 hours later, they wrapping him up in plastic, dragging his body out. So I think it was about a couple days later, I got to go to court. I'm not worrying about getting out. I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna fight this to the end. I got to fight this to the end because I'm thinking, I'm innocent. So I said, Heavenly Father, whatever happened, I just don't want to be bitter and mad about anything. Just give me the strength, like Hamashiach had strength to walk to the cross with, because that took a lot of strength. You know what I'm saying? He was sweating bullets. Okay, he told the disciples, y'all stay up, y'all watch. He comes back down, they sleep. You know what I'm saying? So I asked for the strength that he had to go to the cross. I go see the judge. Long story short, all charges was dismissed. Now, mind you, they said I had 6 failures to appears on another case. What happened to that case? With the 6 failure to appears, that got washed out. See, Most High is good. So again, he was only gonna let me get so high in this what I was doing, because again, I was studying the Kabbalah, which is ancient mysticism. I was into Gnosticism, which teaches you above the Most High. The Most High, they call him a retard in Gnosticism. And I was drawing energy from certain deities. So that's where I'm at now today, bro.
Okay, so can we there was something that in the conversation that you and I had, and I should have wrote it down. As far as I guess where you are at currently, and when it comes to mine, I'll ask you again.
Sure.
But Najid, let me get my pen ready. Najid, do you have any questions for the brother?
No, not really. I was just, kind of sitting back, kind of taking in everything you were saying. When you, I do have a kind of a question. When you say like you made blood packs, you described yourself like kind of cutting yourself with a needle, whatever, and signing a document. Is that what you mean by taking blood packs?
Yes. I took a But if you're diabetic, you prick yourself with that diabetic little pin and stuff.
Mm.
And then in blood, I signed my name to a certain demonic spirit.
Mm. Mm. And then just another thing, real quick. So right before you got arrested, and they were about, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm, hearing the story correctly, but, they were about to kind of sentence you. Your bail was set at like $100,000. They drew you back in. What was it at that point that made you call out to the Most High? Because then you said you started, praying
When
and
I went,
getting that Bible. Yeah.
when I went and they said my bail, after I did 108 chants. That's in numerology, chant 108 times, which equal 9. I did 108 chants to a certain deity, to get me out of this situation. And when I went to court, my bail was set at $100,000. Mind you, I didn't do nothing to anybody, didn't hit anybody. All I said was, somebody gonna get it with a knife. So when I got back to the cell, I said, that's it. But before that, I called my brother, and I don't know why I said it. I said, man, I'm going through a spiritual detox. Just let me finish what I'm doing, and the Most High gonna bring me back. So I already knew these spirits was coming off of me. But after the man said $100,000 bail, I got back to my bed, to my bunk, and then I said, F that, I'm not doing this no more. I'm turning back to the Most High.
Okay. All right. Thank you, brother.
You're welcome, bro.
Hey, I want to say shalom to Alliance of Zion, aka Eliashah. Peace and blessings, bro. I dropped the link in the chat. You know what it is. You can jump on. And we got the beginners channel. The beginners channel. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about the Father. You guys can take this however you want it. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. When you thinking about somebody that's been in your circle or that is in your circle, and you thinking about them heavy, guess what? That same person thinking about you too.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody need to be man or woman enough to reach out and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? What's good with you? I had my brother Evie on. He was on my mind heavy last couple of days. And I was like, man, it would be good to holler at that brother. It would be good to talk to that brother. It would be good to see him. Irregardless of what happened in the past, what happened in the present, what we got going on in the future. That's irregardless. That's my brother, and I love him so. It's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you, the beginners channel. I see you. Tell me you was on my mind for the last couple of days. On my mind for the last couple of days.
Yo, bro,
There you go. Show up.
Did you see the private chat that popped up?
Yeah. That's the brother that's online now. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a sidebar. We're gonna bring the brother in, and we're gonna have him just say a brief. Brother Shaul, I'm gonna let you come in for a couple of minutes, and you can state what's going on with you, and then whatever we do after that, we'll do that after that. So I see the brother in private. He jumped on the let me go back to private. Guard me in your prayers, currently homeless. So we got a brother that's currently homeless. I'm gonna go ahead and Elisha, you can hit the link and join in, bro. You got the link. You know what it is. That's right. We still family. That's right. That's right. We still family, irregardless of left forward, back and forward, and right and left. We still fam. We got to carry the torch. So I'm gonna bring the brother in, brother Shaul. Peace and blessings, bro. Go ahead and greet the family and say what's going on with you, so we can get an understanding.
Shalom, family. Thanks for inviting me
Shalom.
up. Shalom, brothers. Since 2019, I've been homeless because I lost my job in 2019. After that, I lost my apartment. I tried to get my disability, but there's a lot of entanglements, a lot of hurdles I had to go through, and so it made me want to give up. So I've been here at Sheets convenience store was 24 hours, trying to survive the best way I have understanding of. Um,
What city are you in, brother? If I may ask.
Roxborough, North Carolina.
Okay, so you're North Carolina. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. You obviously have access to the internet.
It's,
Um,
it's free
go
Wi-Fi.
ahead. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's free Wi-Fi here at Sheets. It's 24 hours free Wi-Fi.
Okay. And so you see the email scrolling on the bottom of the on the
I
bottom here.
I
You see
sent you
that?
an email. I sent you an email.
Okay. All right. I haven't. Okay. So I haven't read the emails in I'm gonna be honest with you in a couple of weeks, because I've been like in and out of I'll say in and out of consciousness for lack of a better term. So what I'll do is I'll make sure that we jump on, and then I see your Cash App also. I'd like to get a little bit more information as far as what the situation is, and whatever we could do to help you, we will
Come
reach out to help you if
on.
that's okay. I see your Cash App in private. What I'll do is for those, I'll do it this way. I'm not going to broadcast your Cash App on the interweb, but what I will say is, family, you see the email. If you guys want to help Brother Shaul Yisrael out, send us an email, and then we'll respond to you with his Cash App and with his PayPal, and we'll get you that information so that you can be communicating with that brother directly. And see, this is the type of stuff that Israel, we should already be in a position where, like I say, bring all the ties to the storehouse where that they might be meat, so you don't have to run out and buy no silly ass jet. You hear what I'm saying? That's not what it's about. It's about helping our family when they're in need. Now, we'll do all that we can, Shaul, and we'll definitely communicate. And I'm gonna keep the Cash Apps. I'm gonna copy and paste them, and I'm gonna have them to the side so that when the family want to donate or shoot you something, they'll be able to shoot you something. But I like to get a little bit more intimate with not only who we're dealing with, but who you are and what the situation is, if that's okay.
Okay. I sent you a video where I'm at in
Okay.
the email. I took a video of where I'm at Sheets, where you see me
Mm-hmm.
at Sheets. The outside of the Sheets, the business convenience store, 12 hours. So in the email is the video petition.
Okay. All right. And then what we're gonna do right now is I'm gonna have one of the brothers pray for you. Brother Elisha, shalom, brother Banya, shalom. Peace and blessings to both of you, brothers. Hope you're doing well. Brother Elisha, how you doing, brother? What's happening?
Hey, shalom, peace and blessings to all the Israelite family out there. Peace and blessings to everybody on the panel. My good brother C, brother Cleo, brother Vanya, brother Najib, Shoel, Yisrael, and the brother Macthusm. I might know
Yeah,
I'm butchering that.
Macthusm, yeah.
Yeah, my bad, brother. Didn't mean to do
It's
that.
all good, bro.
And I'm blessed, man. Just maintaining and trying to get off. You think about getting off the sidelines soon, but you keep doing your thing, brother, man. The Most High bless everybody.
Appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna have you pray for the brother. Hey, brother Banya, hey, shalom, peace and blessings, bro. How you doing, man? What's going on?
Shalom blessings, brother. How y'all doing, man? I'm doing good. I just want to greet everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat. Shalom and blessings. I see my brother Eric out there. Shalom and blessings. Make sure y'all sub to his brother's channel.
Yes,
The
sir.
Project channel. Brother got a lot of great content on there. Make sure y'all check it out. Yeah, shalom and blessings to everybody on the panel and everything, man. I'm just listening to the brother's story, and what all I can say is, the Most High grace be upon you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you made that you turned from that vomit, brother.
Oh,
That
man,
you
was it?
Father.
Was it, man? Straight vomit, man. But we got the, I think this brother is sincere. The homeless brother, and scripture say, when I was in need, did you feed me? You know what I'm saying? Did you clothe me? You know what I'm saying? Because if he was to go to the Christian church, he would get no help at all.
Man.
So we got to help this brother, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm totally with that. Brother Elisha, if you would, could you send up a prayer for not only this brother first and foremost, but to all of Israel, so that we can not only help this brother, but At some point, we got to be in the position where we self-sufficient, where we not looking to nobody else but to the kingdom, but to the whole house of Israel. So, Brother Elisha, I'm going to shut the hell up and let you go ahead and rock the mic. Say a prayer for this brother.
All right, brother. To everybody that's possible that you prostrate yourselves, get on your knees, lift up, set up our hands as our fathers did. You know, in the scriptures it says, call to remembrance the things of our fathers, and they give you honor in the everlasting name in the book of Maccabees. So let's show due respect to the Most High in prayer, and just pray that the Most High bless us according to our respective capacities to receive those things according to His mercy. Father in heaven, we ask, Father, that you will intercede for all of Zion, that if any of us, Father, have any infirmities, if any of us are lacking funds to support ourselves or to help our families, our children, we pray, Father, for all the elements of Zion. But Father, even though thou lift the curses, we're still in our captivities. So give us the ability to help each other. Give us the abilities to come to our brothers and our sisters' aid. Father, it's only through thy word and through thy blessing and through thy power that any man can do anything, or any woman. So, Father, please bless us that you may take pleasure in Zion again. Help all thy people that our hearts may rejoice, and we may sing out in praise and in psalms and bless thy name. We know, Father, that you have heard us. And for all those who are ailing, all those who are suffering, all those who are incarcerated, all those who have fallen on hard times, all of us that are praying for our children who are out there in the streets and our families that have yet not to hear thy word or respect thy word, we pray, Father, you would give us the ability to do thy work. In the name of Yeshua HaMashiach, we bless you. And know that, Father, you have heard our prayer, and it is done. Amen.
Amen.
Salah, so be it, so be it, so be it. So, bro, we got your information, and you'll be definitely hearing from us via email. And like I said, fam, if you guys want to support this brother, we'll put the cash app. Matter of fact, what you brothers think about putting the cash app up now, or you guys want to wait till later and wait till the family reach out? How you guys want to rock that? I'll put that out to y'all.
Yeah, put it up now.
Put it up.
Okay.
Yeah, for the brother.
All right. So, fam, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the brother's cash app up, and I'm gonna put his PayPal up. And so, if you guys want to help the brother out, you guys go ahead and do that. And we'll be doing that individually and more than likely corporately as well. So here's the brother Shaul's cash app right there, and then I'm gonna put his. He got a PayPal up too. I'm gonna grab him private. Put his PayPal up too.
While you putting that up, Brother Show, do you have a channel also?
Yes.
Okay, give us maybe the link to your channel also. We can go and kind of check out what you're about, bro.
Yeah, we'll put your channel up too. Is we all about supporting Israel, no matter how big or no matter how small your channel is. It's about linking up. The book say somebody get that precept. Y'all been not giving me the precepts I've been calling. Somebody get that precept where it say somewhere in the book. I don't know. I could be making it up, but somewhere in the book it say, "Gather thyself, O nation, not desire." Who was he talking about? When was he saying that? Is that a future prophecy? Or is he talking about somebody that wasn't together, that wasn't part of the northern and southern kingdom, the two sticks? And that now they talk about, okay, now we talk about we Israel. Somebody get that precept, I'll put it up.
I think that's Zephaniah 2:1.
Go
It's
ahead, put it
Zephaniah
up.
2:1. Correct.
Go ahead, put it up. Put that up. Somebody put it up. And we'll read it just like how the book call it. I'm gonna put the brother's page up. That's the brother's his YouTube channel right there. And so y'all go and subscribe to the brother's YouTube channel. Go watch his YouTube channel. Go see what he hollering about. When I get a chance tonight, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna listen to you, bro, and see what's going on. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put you back on mute, bro. You can stay on the panel though if you want to add to what's happening. We'll keep you on the panel. Book say, yeah, gather yourself together. Ye gather yourself together, O nation, not desire. Who's the most hated people on the earth on planet Earth right now? And I'm not talking about Ham. I'm not talking about the Arab. I'm not talking about the Palestinian, nor am I talking about Esau, nor am I talking about those aliens who call themselves Esau, because I don't believe that that they human. That's just me. I always say that. I just be messing with y'all. Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourself together, ye gather together, O nation not desire. Who is he talking about? You put a 10 up if you know who he's talking about. I don't believe you know. Because if you did truly believe, if you truly believe that right there, then you would be doing that right there. If you truly believe Zephaniah 2:1, what would you be doing? You would be gathering with your brothers, trying to build something. It's one thing to gather yourself together. It's another thing to build something. What you mean, Brother C? Well, what we should be building in, Brother C? What should we be doing, Brother C? When should we be doing it, Brother C? Why should we be doing it? You got all. If I give you all those answers, I'm gonna want 90% of your winnings and earnings. Forget about 10%. I want 90%. Who is he talking about in Zephaniah 2:1? Please tell me. Somebody say he talking about us, because we are the most copied. We the most copied. We've been the most pilfered. We've been the most stolen from throughout the whole earth. You got Hamites coming over here now talking about, oh yeah, forget about slavery. They don't need reparations. Slavery wasn't that bad to them. You sound like a Klansman with that foolishness. Anyway, let's get back to what we was rocking out on. So here's what I'm gonna do, bro. So now you say that you completely dispatched the left-hand side and you totally rocking out with the Father. So I'm gonna ask you this question. Have you had any, since you've been getting back with the Father, have you had any what I would call spiritual entanglements or them trying to come at you in any way?
The last show, it felt like it, but again, the battle was mental. So I think because I was exhausted, because I was running and lifting weights that day, and I hadn't eaten. But as far as a spiritual attack from any of them, no. Why would you? That's like somebody, although Mike Tyson is retired, he still whoop some ass. You know what I'm saying? So no, they why would no, they can't. You got to remember, when the Most High, he sends spirits out. Remember that lion spirit he sent out? Remember that spirit he sent out? I think who that was, to Saul, and David had to play the flute or some type of instrument to get him out. Mm-hmm. So a lot of us, we bring this Christianity into this thinking that Shaitan has free will. The scriptures say, no, the angels do my bidding. So you got to show me in the Bible where Satan went off, because what I'm reading is he was created to do what he do. If he got kicked out of heaven, why in Job he's up in heaven? That don't make no sense. So we really need to research, or we bringing Christianity into this truth.
I would say that a lot of that is probably, answer to that would be yes. And I don't want to keep going on with my thoughts on that, because I always tell y'all always, there's no such thing as a Christian. Christian is that's a made up religion construct for the white man.
Well,
and I hate to say it. Go ahead, bro.
They say, oh, he was the most beautiful angel. He played the music. Where's that at in the scriptures? I don't see that. I don't see that in the scriptures. See, that's why we have to be aware of these other books that we read. If they're going against with that King James 16:11, we got to toss it out. We have to toss it out.
If it don't line up with the book that you've been given, because there's enough meat in the Bible. You could say 16:11, and I'm with that.
With the Apocrypha, yeah.
There's enough in the 16:11 with the Apocrypha that if you just studied that, you still won't really get the full grasp of it. And you'll have a great idea if you study it for years and years and years. You'll be tight. Don't get me wrong. But you still won't be able to get the full grasp of it. We could live 1,000 years, man. We still wouldn't even get the full grasp of it.
We wouldn't.
Hey, Brother Cleo, I mean, if you don't mind, just to say a quick word. what the brother just referenced, that's, I believe he's talking about what it reads in Ezekiel 28. It's either 20 or 30. It's one of them. I think it's 28, where it talks about the beautiful, the cherub, or the beautiful cherub, or covering cherub. And it is talking about the king of Tyrus. So, that's what Christianity uses to teach, that particular doctrine of the devil, or Lucifer, even though Lucifer would be somewhere else in the scripture in the book of Isaiah, but that's where they go to teach that teaching. So I just wanted to put that out there.
And what they teaching is a ball of confusion. And the crazy thing is that they had our minds, and our ancestors who went through the killing fields of slavery had their mind not captivated with the foolishness, but just had our mind captivated with the foolishness. When we close our eyes, some of us, brother C, you close your eyes, first thing you see is stained glass zigzag man, or almighty Thor, or Zeus sitting on the throne with a lightning bolt, talking about he the Father. That's your brother C right now. I can't shake it, fam. And I'm being real with y'all. I can't shake that. Right now, I can't shake it. Go ahead, bro.
You know, it's interesting that Christianity gives us this all omnipotent spiritual being that's somehow causing all the wickedness in the earth, when we can see them right out flat with the wickedness they do. They want us to be looking for some boogeyman all the time, when they're the ones that's doing all the wickedness right in front of our face.
Yep.
You know?
And I'll say this: when the camps say the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, they're probably not far off. And I'm keeping it a buck. They're probably not far off, because they've been here, and only thing they've been here, and they fitted for destruction. They're playing their role, but the only thing that they've done is rob, kill, steal, and destroy. There's nothing redeeming, no good qualities about them. Never have been. And then you got some of our people who will run and say, as soon as you say, okay, I'm culturally Israelite and I'm rocking LSC, then you'll have that a Negro and say, okay, well, what about these people over here? Well, what about those people over there? Why are you worried, and why are you caring about them? They've been kicking your head in from time immemorial. Why you even waste your time even thinking about what about them? Why don't you say, what about the people in the chat?
Yo, bro.
Why don't you go ahead, bro? Go ahead.
Okay, why society? Can you read that right quick? What's she saying?
Let's see. Why society? How you have fallen from heaven, O day star, son of the dawn. You have been cut down to the ground, O destroyer of nations. That's from Isaiah 14:12.
That's talking about Esau. That's not talking about Satan. That's talking about Esau. It says, this the man. Okay, that's going into Esau. That's not talking about Satan, no. If you keep reading, you can go all the way to 18.
Read it for us, bro.
Read it for us.
Let me see. I don't even have it pulled up. Where we at? Isaiah 14 and 12.
If you read 16, look what 16 say. Go to Isaiah 14 and 16.
I'm gonna bring it up. Hold on a second. And then we're gonna jump back into finish you, because I want you to. I'm not sure that we're done yet, but I do want to continue to cover the story. Isaiah 14. Isaiah 14 and 12. Let me get it.
Okay,
I'll get it for you. I'll throw it up. Isaiah 14, and then I'm gonna have to share my screen. Give me a second. I'm a little bit slow today, but we'll get it. We'll get it. Let's see here. Let me pop that out over here, and then let's go. Where we at? Here, right there. Okay, let me do this over here. Present, share screen. Yeah, that one right there. Share it out. Okay, so we're in Isaiah. We're in the book of Isaiah. You want me to go 14 down to 14?
No, go to all the way to 18.
Go down to 18. Okay. 18 talks about 14. Yeah. I'm going to make sure I'm in the right book. So we're in 14 right now. And that's the one she called, obviously. She called 14 and 12. So we'll start with 12 and drop down. Banya, can you see the screen, bro?
Yeah, I see. Could you Remove the question for a sec. So I
Oh
can
yeah. My bad. Let me do this. Bang bang. Okay, so there we go. Okay,
Make sure we
so
on the
there
right
you go.
track.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see
Okay,
it.
so go ahead and read 14 and 12.
All right. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For
Read
thou hast
13.
said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High.
All right, so stop right there. That's getting into your space projects. Okay, how they got space programs in heaven.
Mhm.
Okay, keep going on.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. You lost it. All right, all right. Let me get it. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou should be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Now stop right there. We all know hell ain't we in hell right now. Also, when it talks about pits, that's landmass. Keep going.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Stop. How
This
did they make the earth tremble? With the atom bomb, Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Keep going.
that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. But the Most High, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. Shall I continue?
Now that's it. So that's not talking about no Satan. That's Esau.
Okay, so appreciate that. I think verse 20 and 21 would have probably brought even a little bit more clarity to that. Go ahead and read verse 21, bro.
I'll read it.
Yeah, go ahead and read that.
Not, I'm sorry.
Read 20 and 21. Go ahead and read both of them.
21, got you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thou should not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
So that's telling you specifically who is being talked about here, and that's actually a future prophecy when you read the scripture in context. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Appreciate the word the word on that, bro. Somebody says they're lost. Hopefully not, sis, and hopefully we're not bringing any confusion or anything like that.
Brother,
So let's go ahead, bro.
I was just going to say that the sister asked, why was he referred to as Lucifer? I don't know if anybody wants to answer that.
It also says, I don't know, it should have said, is that a KJV you was reading out of?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It should have
KJV.
said, is this the man? It strictly calls Lucifer a man. Let me see if I can get it.
Also, Lucifer means light bearer. If you ever watch the Olympics, what they do is they have in commemoration of the Roman Empire, what they'll do is they'll have a light bearer run through and then light the fire. So that Lucifer just means light bearer. Or if you look at the Statue of Liberty, that's a representation of this country holding the light. So it also represents this country's fall, or as the brother was just saying, because America and even the Statue of Liberty represents a Lucifer. That's what it is. Anything that's a light bearer, like the one who runs through the Olympics, the Statue of Liberty, which is, pretty much symbolic of this country, or supposed to be what's symbolic of this country. And it also goes with what the brother was saying in Isaiah. 14.
Well, I think it's not. I think it's more than that. I think in unison, this fall from heaven thing. What would we say? How would we explain that? The fall from heaven part.
Well, everybody inside on
What
earth.
heavens? You got
Go ahead,
you
bro.
got heavens, the godly heaven. You got the heavens. That's the space. You got the heavens in the sky. So you got three different heavens. Or is
The
it four?
Bible,
You got,
when the Bible talks about they set their nest amongst the stars, but he said I should bring thee down. So
okay, so that's getting into space programs right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at 16, it says, "Merely look upon thee, consider saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble?" It says it right there. They call Lucifer a man.
Mm.
one last thing, man. Also, like every nation is represented in the stars. The stars tend to represent each nation that's on this planet. When it talks about the person falling from heaven, it also is alluding to a nation or people being written out of the book of life or being crossed out of the book of life.
Mm.
If you was to go into the book of Enoch, it gets into those
There you go, bro.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to the book of Enoch, though, because it doesn't fit well with that KJV. Okay, I don't believe that no angels can come down and fornicate with women. They have different.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do
That's
right
for
here.
another show.
Okay, yeah, well, okay, so because we do prescribe to the book of Enoch, let's get back to what
the scriptures say. Do not add or take away from that book in Revelation.
Okay, so
why are y'all reading out of the book of Enoch, though?
Okay, so here's what we gonna do, bro. We gonna get back to what the show is about.
All right,
and that's what we gonna stay on. Okay, we gonna focus on what the show is about.
I don't believe no. So you saying an angel got a penis?
Okay, so bro, can you respect the show and just can we get back to what the show is about?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Okay, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. Because here's the thing, we don't have it all. We don't have all the
No, we don't have it all, but
up.
that's bringing Christianity into this mess, man.
Okay, so again, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get back to, because I still got some questions I want to ask about your journey, and we can agree to disagree on the book of Enoch, and then we can circle the wagons on that if we need to. So let's get back to where you're at right now. So you've gone through the transformation and you went to the left, and now you're back on the right hand side. So having said,
I'm all the way back, bro.
Okay, great. So having said that, what are you doing right now, and basically where is your focus at right now?
Now I'm writing a book on prayer, on how to pray, different ways to pray, and just serving the Most High, man, and rebuking stuff that I don't that's not right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm about my fringes. I'm doing what the Most High say. You know what I'm saying? Okay. A lot of us, I see LSC in the room, but the very thing to remind you about the LSC, we not doing. Okay, the fringes say it's for the remind us to keep the law. Okay, we can't be hot one minute and cold the other minute. Again, that's how I fell off. It says the law is not grievous.
Okay, so having said that, everybody who don't have fringes need to get their fringes, basically.
Yes, you do need your fringes on, or you're going to get killed in that day. I'm not saying that it says it in the scripture. Those with strange apparel. How many in the room is still eating pork? And be honest with yourself.
I haven't eaten pork and I haven't eaten meat in a minute.
Somebody in this room doing it. Somebody in there doing it.
I don't think anybody or any of the panelists is doing it. And if I'm not mistaken, if I look at the folks that's in the chat right now, I could probably vouch for probably 99.9% of them that they're not fooling with pork either. Because I know their commentary. So they've been speaking against it. So hey, if y'all not eating pork, y'all put a 3 up. Put a 3 up if you don't prescribe to pork, shrimp, crab, or lobster. And so, okay, so let's get back to you, bro, and get back to the conversation that we're having. So you're saying you're writing a book. Have you started the writing portion of that yet?
Oh, yeah, I'm like 2/3 in it though. So yeah, it's a book on. It's not the average book on prayer again because it's going over my life, how I got out of certain situations through prayer and using the scriptures in my prayer. So, and then it's another method that I'm introducing to prayer and meditation, dealing with the subconscious mind. So yeah.
Okay, so that's that's a good point. Hey, everybody that's listening and everybody that's in the chat right now, put a 3 up if you're not fooling with pork. And I see a lot of 3s up, but I want everybody to put a 3 up because I think I have a pretty good idea of what the where the audience is at. And y'all don't rock out with pork, but y'all do rock out with giving me a Trinity offering. I appreciate that. Y'all make sure y'all send that send me 30%, not 10%, 30% of your earnings and winnings to see at abc.com. And so I want everybody to put the 3 up. Hey, Donovan, Ben Yehuda, peace and blessings, bro. Hope you're well. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, brother C, I just wanna put this out there, brother Macthusm. So I heard you say you're writing a book right now, and that book is really focused on prayer. I think that a lot of times, I know in my past and the things that I've been through and my testimony, nobody can say it like I've said it. So the question I have for you is, since you've gone down the spiritual path, and when I say spiritual, I mean dealing with spirits, not the Holy Spirit necessarily, but dealing with those familiar spirits and demonic spirits. You definitely have some insight into that realm. I'm just wondering, why did you not decide to write a book about that?
I was going to do a book about that, but the Most High told me to focus on prayer because there's a lot of Israelites out there. They're not getting their prayers answered. They don't know how to pray. They don't know what to pray for. A lot of their prayers are being blocked because they're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments like they should. You have not because you ask not. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how to act. Scripture say also vain repetition. So it's the right way and the wrong way. Again, I've been through, so I'm not even supposed to be here. Prayer got me out of everything in my life. Okay, I don't even remember. I was carried to church every Sunday, and I don't even remember one sermon. And it was prayer changes things. And Hamashiach told Peter, Satan he coming to sift you like wheat, but I'm gonna pray for you. Now, back in the days, if you from the 70s, you knew those old sifters that your moms had, flour sifters and stuff, and they was gonna break. He was gonna get broken down to the last compound. Satan was coming to get him, but Hamashiach said, "I'm gonna pray for you." So prayer changes things. You need a strong prayer life that keeps you in constant communication with the Most High. The Bible says you're supposed to pray without ceasing, so you're supposed to be praying all day.
I hear you, brother. Thank you.
Okay, so now you're writing a book. You're writing a book about it, and are you getting any new insights or any new memories or anything new that is going to lend to the book that you're writing?
Yeah, but a lot of stuff got blocked out, and I believe the Most High blocked it out for certain reasons and stuff. Because again, I'm not, he doesn't want me to give out no names, books I was reading and all of that, because I don't want nobody to go down that crazy path, man. It's a slippery slope. Just inquiring about it could lead you down the wrong path, man. And because I made it out, don't mean you gonna make it out. Okay, it's dark, it's grimy, like the brother said, it's vomit, it's nasty. My marriage is on the rocks. I might not, get that back, which I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Family members, certain my sons and daughters don't, they ain't talked to me since I've been out. So it's been rough. Yeah, but the Most High, he didn't discard me. I still have him now. And that's all I'm thinking about, pleasing him, doing his will.
Yeah, so just to answer this question real quick, Alicia Israel, my question is how do we get to asking brothers and sisters if they eat pork? That was a question that I had because the comment came up that some of you probably are, and I know you guys pretty well. I know the audience pretty well, and most of you always speak against those things, eating things that you shouldn't eat. Wise society makes a good point with respect to that. Beware, family, if you're on insulin or have members of your household who are, it's pig insulin. Also, watch gummy candies and teach your children to reject it. Also, what's that? Jello. Jello is made from pig
Yellow.
hoofs.
Yeah.
And they probably put pig in just about everything that you get
Pig
from the
is in
store.
everything you eat now.
Yeah. So we're not, but we're not intentionally, running out and jumping out the window talking about, okay, it's time to go do some ribs. It's time to go do some, things that we ought not. Sister say, read your ingredients. Yep, marshmallows have it in there too. Yeah, that's why I stopped eating s'mores because of that. But they do have those. I forget what the name of them that don't have any pig in it. Dandies, I believe you get that for those of you Sprouts or Trader Joe's. They got dandies, and they're supposed to be not marshmallows, but they marshmallow like. They have the same consistency of it without the pork. So, but yeah, getting back to it. So, do you brothers have this dude? Look at this dude, Jabroni. Hey, what's good, brother? Hope you are well. Hope the Father's
Bill
been
said
keeping.
beef. Sometimes the beef sausage, the skin on it has pork. So you like the lady said, I forgot her name. You got to read the ingredient because some of that beef
Yeah.
sausage, the skin around it is made of pork.
Yeah, yeah. The casing is
The
is
casing,
uh
correct.
is made out of pork sometimes. Uh, I'm somewhat, but I still dabble in dairy. Um, I like the cheese. I still dabble with that. That's probably not good for you either with what they do to the animals these days. Because you figure we get most of our food from our enemies for the most part, and we don't know what they praying over it and how they praying over it, what the slaughter mechanisms and what they doing are, even the fruits and vegetables. I got some, a case in point, I got some apples that we got a few months ago. They sitting in a plastic bag. The apples ain't went bad yet, and they supposed to be organic apples. I think we either got these from Sprouts or Traders, and they just sitting in the bag. If you open up the bag, you know how you bite an apple. It look good on the outside, but I don't know, fam. Even the fruits and vegetables is sideways. So let's get back into it. So that's why we went into that, sis. That's why we went into the food thing. So, bro, so you writing a book and you have a strong presence with checking Israelites for doing things that they shouldn't, and definitely being
Well,
LSC also.
I check myself. The scriptures say you're supposed to rebuke your neighbor if you see somebody going off, or it ain't in. It's not my words. It's the Most High word. Okay, I'm not doing nothing on my behalf. It's on the Most High. You know what I'm saying? If you're not keeping the commandments to the best of your ability when you come back, you're not gonna make it into the kingdom. That's just point blank, straight up. It's nothing to wear your fringes, had the right dietary law. You marry your wife, don't be a whoremonger, and all of that. Again, I've been on the left hand side. Okay, I've been out of the door. So if I come in their house, I can smell the crap. Okay, because I ain't been sitting in your house for a while. I left. Now I come back in, I can smell. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be Febreze. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so I was not saying that to go down that particular path. I was just saying that as a recap. And so as far as where you're at right now and what you're doing, you're writing a book, you staunch law, statutes, and commandments. You're not moving off of that. Do you have anything else that you're working on? Any project? And you don't have to speak too specifically in terms of what your thoughts are, because it sounds like things are paradigm a little bit even from the last time we talked.
I gotta like the project I started with my brother. I gotta get back to that. I don't know when that's gonna jump off though, because again, I'm not back at the house. and most of my equipment is all over there. Though,
Hmm.
Lord willing, I'll jump back on that ASAP.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. That sounds like something that's interesting. Are you big on Israelites coming together and working on projects and doing projects, or is it just more or less, Israel just get it how you can?
We just read the scriptures. Come together, O nation not desire. We have to come together, even if we have different philosophies. It's not going to stop me from working with another Israelite man or woman. So we're supposed to build. The Chinese build amongst each other. The Koreans build amongst each other. Okay, them fake Jews. We the only one that hate each other.
Hmm. Um, let's see. Also, give brothers their turn to speak without interrupt. Hey, son of Jacob, am I interrupting the brother when he speak? Because I'm pretty much typically let people rock out, man. If I'm doing that, please check me, and I'll make sure that I'm not. But son of Jacob, put a one up if I'm guilty of that, or put a two up if I'm not. Okay, so let's see here. Also being fair to giving our other brothers a chance to speak. Oh, okay. I appreciate you, bro. And you know what? This right here is a cultural thing. I appreciate you, son of Jacob. And this is a cultural thing where we learn how to deal amongst each other as we're communicating, and we let a brother speak before we step over his words, or let them get their thoughts out, and then we get our thoughts out. If you go back and listen to any of the shows that we've done, and any time we speak, if we do that, and I'm guilty of that sometimes, if we do that, we will apologize, and we'll let the other brother or sister continue. That's just culturally. There's a proverb that speaks of that. How you if you answer a matter before the matter is spoken, and what befalls you when that happens. So that's kind of reason why we operate in that manner. So getting back to the brother, because I want to keep him the focus of this particular show. So you've got other projects that you're working on. You mentioned your wife, and you mentioned the children. You mentioned that situation. Is there anything that you want to share outside of getting into specifics about the situation, and where you're at currently, getting into not getting into specifics, but is there anything that you want to share with the family, considering all that you've been through? The gospel of the Nazarenes, that's interesting. uh, is there anything that you want to share with the family, or any thoughts or anything like that?
Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep practicing the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, so you won't fall off. Okay, because you got to remember, a lot. King David went off. Solomon went off. Okay, so when he fed the 5,000, their hearts were hardened, the disciples. So you have to renew your mind daily. You forget what the Most High has done for us. Okay, so every day you should get up renewing your mind, giving him thanks and praises before you even go into prayer. Okay, start doing the Lord's Prayer. Okay, that's all I got to say.
Okay, so would you, because you speak about that a lot, and I do want to touch on that, because I think that that's important. And I think you just gave the formula, but when you talk about the renewing of your mind, you believe that that's obviously an important thing. Is that your mechanism of how you go through it daily, and
Daily,
when you wake up, that's your
daily.
routine?
That's my routine daily. Even before I go into prayer for myself, I'm giving him thanks and praises, getting into the scriptures, and then you get into your prayers. You know what I'm saying? Get you some oil, anoint that oil, pray over that oil, put it over your head. Okay,
Hmm.
all the day belongs to him. Get out of your own self. If you don't celebrate birthdays, then stop celebrating yourself.
Hmm. Yeah, because and I'm guilty of it. I'll admit it. I'm guilty of doing some things out of convenient, but not all things when it comes to like things like fringes. You and I had that discussion already.
Yeah,
And so I'm guilty of not doing that, we need to figure out a way, and I need to just figure out a way that, when I'm going through my daily walk, that I have fringes near and about me, so that I could be covered. Do you have any thoughts in terms of what's happening with Israel outside of not doctrinal differences or anything like that, but just if you had to put in your mind based on what you've seen, do you see a lot of Israelites jumping into the stuff that you were into? Um,
I see a lot of them doing it. I see a lot of them do it because, again, it's different for when the white man do it than how we do it. Okay, we can get access to them spirits way quicker than they can. Okay, where it take Aleister Crowley months and days to conjure up. It don't take no Israelite that long to get in contact with no demonic spirit.
it's like they just be sitting right there waiting for you to call on them, something like that.
Well, who got all the power? White man ain't got no power. Chinese man ain't got it. We got it. Everything, he's the God of Israel. We the one. So they looking for us to get into it so they can snatch us up. They don't care about Crawley and Anton LaVey and none of them fools. They already, they were created to be, to play the Satan on this world, the white man. We supposed to be playing the role of Christ. Our light's supposed to shine. That's why I keep pushing. Do this, do this, do this. I don't want nobody to fall like I did, because you might not get back up.
Yeah, because that was a wild ride, and
I could have killed my whole family. I put out a knife this big. Okay, what if that one spirit would have jumped on me? I could have slit her throat, slit the kid's throat, and I'm on the news looking like a goddamn fool.
Yeah, but I believe that he's seen fit for you to be here so that you can warn them. I mean, if I look at somewhere in the book, somebody say, "Hey, can I go back?" Somebody was in Sheol, and they asked a question. Hey, well, my family, I still got brothers and sisters still up there. Can I go back and warn them?
Yeah, that was what Lazarus. He said, "No,
Yeah,
they got the prophet. They ain't gonna nod.
exactly,
The prophets."
exactly. And so,
I was him. I'm him. One of them come over there and dip his hand in some water to quench my thirst. That was supposed to be me. Again, I'm outside with a knife in an all-white state with white troopers. I'm not supposed to be here. That's why I might sound like I don't want nobody to fall like I fell. Okay,
And that's
you might have to get back up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, bro. You got it. Rock the mic, because I'm gonna write it down.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I was saying. I'm certainly not saying that you should write a book about something other than what the Most High told you to write a book about. But what I was trying to get out with that question I had for you a little while back is that sometimes our experiences with the Most High, and when we live through those experiences, I think it's really important, like you're doing right now on this channel. You're telling this testimony, which is really powerful. I think sometimes our experiences, nobody lives it like we live it. What's that kind of old kind of Christian saying from way back? You don't know like I know what the Lord has done for me, that kind of thing. But in a sense, it's kind of true. No one can tell it like you do. It's great for you to be telling your testimony here, but I also think it'd be even more powerful if, alongside of writing a book of prayer, that you talk about your
I will.
experience
Maybe,
not leading.
I'm sorry for cutting up. Maybe that's you tell me that maybe I should do that, and I can do that, because again, we got a lot of our people are into that. Okay, a lot of our people, they don't want to say it. They got family members into that. They deep into that. Okay. Tarot cards, the candle magic, all of that, because they want stuff so quick and like they want it like that. That ain't how you get it though, bro. That's like you said. That's eating vomit.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep.
So maybe I will, brother. Thanks for that. Maybe I will. Maybe I should.
Yeah. I think so. All right, brother C. Sorry to cut you off, bro.
You good,
Oh,
bro?
no. That's okay. I appreciate you because I had thought about what I had wanted to ask the brother because there's a good chunk of his testimony that we did touch on, and I just remembered it. So I'm gonna bring it back to memory. But
Go
before
ahead.
I do that, I'm gonna read Yasadek's Luke 16:31, and he said unto them, this is the precept we call, and he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets, neither will they be persuaded through one rose from the dead. So in other words, that man who was trying to get back on top soil, they wasn't going to hear him because they're not even listening to Moses and the prophets in them. Not listening to nothing that was already written. So why you go back and tell them, they're not going to hear you. They're gonna see this man back. This man gonna be brought back to life, walking around topsoil. He gonna go to his same brothers, and brothers gonna be like, "Man, we not hearing nothing about
He
what
gonna get
Moses
out.
and
He
them
gonna
said."
do the same thing. No, he wasn't gonna change.
Yeah, not on top of
Man.
it. Not on top of it. But he's saying right there, you're not gonna be able to change these men's mind. It's only gonna be through the spirit. So now, Macthusm, here's where I want to go with you because we didn't capture this part. Now you were sharing with me when you got your Bible, and we're gonna go back to the prison part when you were in prison. When you got your Bible, and just to give context, you were probably locked up all of, I don't know, 10 days, maybe 50 days, however long it was. But you got your Bible, and then once you got your Bible, you were back to where you were as far as being able to do breakdowns and perceptual breakdowns and all of that part. But I want you to share with the family what it was like when you was in there, because my brother Eliashah can relate to that, how you were received when you were in there.
Oh man, they thought I was a Mashiach when I was in there.
How so?
Because the way I carried myself, you could the light. You're supposed to be a light. I came in there like some others. They're not gonna speak the word of the Most High. They was trying to crack on the Most High while I was there. And I spoke, and I said, and I was sick. Some said, "Man, get your ass up and speak on my behalf." And I let him have it. I said, "No, that man died because he was a fool. He's an idiot. He did not keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You don't swallow no 13 fentanyl pills. Scriptures say, I kill and I make alive. Okay, that's what the Most High said. So I was letting them know. No, one guy was yelling, "Oh, I left the Most High because he didn't answer my prayers." I said, "Because you're a sinner, and Most High don't answer the sinner prayer. That's in the Scriptures. Turn your life around." And I let them know. Everybody in here got an excuse. I told them I'm in here because I effed up. No, I ain't making no excuse. But not only that, the conditions was horrible. It was cold. I had to keep a blanket on me. You sleeping on the steel. So you're getting backaches. You're waking up 6 times a night. The food was horrible. Okay, they feeding me pig. So I'm in there basically fasting, eating salad and water and bread. Just getting swole on bread and water, like Cube said. What else? The crazy, the conversations, they talking about bestiality in there. I'm trying to read the scriptures and I'm hearing things on bestiality. So I have to block that out with some tissue, with wet tissue, and put it in my ears and stuff. I can only read at a certain time because it gets so loud, and the time go by so slow. 1 hour on the streets equal 3 hours in jail, bro. And I'm not built for jail. I never only went to jail for traffic tickets. Okay, that's the only time I was in jail, and that was way back when I was 22 years old. I had $100,000 worth of traffic tickets, and they locked me up for 28 days. Okay, I'm not no convict. Okay, I'm not built for jail. I didn't like that. I didn't like it not one bit. But when I was praying, though, the Most High, He made it comfortable for me. Okay, I could have been dwelling on my family, my court case. He said, "No, dwell on me." Okay, the spirits is already gone. They were like, "Man, we can't. Okay, he back now. We can't shake him now. He okay, because the Most High is rocking his fortress. He got that rock with him. He's strong." So they left me. But I still had to deal with the jailhouse conditions, and jail ain't fit for a brother. Okay, the scriptures say the jailhouses will be full of Jews. Israelites, and that's us. Who is the jailhouse full of? Us. It's in the scripture somewhere. So no, jail ain't. No, it's not. It's like, again, the time go by so slow, and you got fools asking, "What time is it? What time is it?" Every 30 minutes. So again, fam, just you got people that's out there. You know somebody that's doing something. Do an intercession prayer for them. Pray for them. Pull them to the side. Hey, this might not be the way you want to go. It's quiet as kept. A lot of our peoples are into that mess.
Can you take me to one of the stories that you told me about? Someone had said something about the book, and then you checked them and correct them. I think it was a breakdown. I don't know if it was John 3:16 or what it was. Do you remember that conversation you and I had?
When I got to
Yeah,
the
yeah. I want you to
so
go into that. Yeah, 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 yeah,
they
yeah.
moved me to the other side where it was a little bit calmer because there's older people there. So I get in there, and this is everybody want to come shake your hand. I'm not into shaking no cracker's hand, but this one cracker, I said, nah. Some said, man, I'm gonna have it out with him, and the spirit said, you're gonna have it out with him. And this other cracker came out, oh yeah, we're doing a Bible study, boom, boom, boom. I said, you know what, my views might be different from yours, so you might know, oh no, come on. So we get to the Bible. So I get to the Bible study. They have a little. It was generic. So I made them turn to Amos. I forgot what scripture when it says, "I'm the God of Israel and Israel only." And when they heard that, they were shook because, again, most people, this Bible is not for everybody. That's why only Israelites are the only one that can interpret it. Okay, they don't even know the northern kingdom from the southern kingdom. When it talks about Greeks, it's talking about basically the northern kingdom. It ain't talking about no Greek. It's talking about the northern kingdom when it says that. So basically, I broke down John 3:16 for him when it says when the whosoever is what throws the people off, and I believe it's in Acts. It said, "Whosoever ye men of Israel should be saved." Okay, so only the Israelites can be saved. Salvation is of the who is of the Jews. Okay, we the only ones that can be saved. The Most High is only dealing with Israelites. Okay, he's not dealing with the Chinese. He's not dealing with the Korean or whoever. He's dealing with us, who was given the law. They can't break the law. The law was only given to the 12 tribes. So therefore, we are the only lawbreakers.
Okay, so going to the discussion that you had with them when you did the breakdown, were they on silent or something like that?
They was on hush because the next day, what happened? I got out, and they was really tripping. But then I was gonna get into it with the one cracker. Some say, man, throw this mother effer off the tier. If I would have did that, now I'm facing I'm facing a murder case. You know what I'm saying? I don't like Esau. I never did. Okay, when I was growing up, I beat 31. I beat up 31 crackers in 1 year. Okay, I never did like Esau, and this was when I was a Christian. So I wanted to go in on him. Most I said, nah, this is a trick. This is a trap. Don't even fall for it. So I left him alone. He want to come up and apologize to me. When we shake his hand, I'm good. I'm good. Don't shake the hand of your enemy.
So you saying this is like a bunch of Christians running around talking Christian Bible, but then
That's
you
all
came
they
in there and
was, psycho
regulated.
Bibles. That's all it was. Okay. The Most High, they was. I believe that that the Mexicans is Northern Kingdom. I don't know if y'all believe that. So it was some Mexican brothers there, but it was basically Esau. And I told them I didn't want to participate. I said, you know what? I'm about to go in there and then destroy them because they didn't know the scriptures. They just reading the Bible, but they ain't going precept beyond precept, line upon line, line upon line. Here a little, there a little. They wasn't doing that. They don't know how to do that because they wasn't taught that. Because again, even in the Christian church, they don't teach that. It's a song and dance, and they give you your money. We the only ones, the Israelites, okay, are the only one who know how to interpret that Bible. We the only ones.
Yep, and I believe that. Well, my belief is that um, because he gave it to us, we're the only one that can give the proper breakdowns according to what's written in the book.
He says, I have not dealt so with any other nation.
That's what he says.
He's only dealing with us. So if he's dealing with us, we have to get up and renew our mind daily. Because again, we are coming into some, I don't know, it seemed like the last days because of snowing in Cali. You know what I'm saying? That's very rare. Because when I lived out there, it only snowed once or twice, and then snowing again. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. You're getting a lot of UFOs. I don't know if they fake, real. I don't know. I know they not no ship made of metal or nothing. Because if you look, they're in the scripture. They're in Ezekiel. The most Hamashiach went up in a whirlwind. Okay, that what do you think? He was on a cloud. I know they hide within clouds.
Yeah, that's like that one movie where me and my wife saw. Oh, we saw that.
Yeah,
We saw that on
he
TV.
watched the scriptures for that. He watched the scriptures for that. That note.
Yeah. The entity. It was an entity. It was looking like it was a ship, but it was actually a live entity, and it would hide in the cloud. But the cloud would just stay there. All the other clouds would pass, but that one cloud would stay there, and then he would come out. I think it was up. Look up or something. It's one of them Key and Peels where if you look at this thing, it's just a giant eye, and then it'll kill you to do what suck you in or whatever the hell it is. Huh?
Nope.
Okay, there it is. Yeah, there you go. No. Yeah. Exactly. So I'll say this. A lot of what and that's why they try to that's one of the reasons why they always spray in the sky. And they got back to doing that a lot now, where they spray the sky where I'm at down here, because they don't want you to see what's going on up top. Y'all get when you get a chance. Yeah, it is the movie Nope. Thank you, fam. I appreciate that. But they don't want you looking up at the sky, because they don't want you to see what's going on. They don't want you to have any idea. They want you to think that, oh yeah, it's just the Chinese weather balloons. That's what it is. Or they explain it, oh well, it was a rocket that we shot off and it turned blue. Then after it turned blue, it exploded, and then it was 9 more things came out of that, and they still was flying, and then they came back together after about a minute or two. But then they explain it like they was in control of it, which they lying most of the time. Anytime you hear your enemy talking, it's 99.9% they lie.
It's all lies. It's all lies.
They be lying just to be lying. But
they father the devil.
I want to ask you, because I know I asked you this last time, and I remember what you said last time, but I'm gonna ask you again because I'm seeing what's happening over the earth, and I'm making mental notes. And we didn't talk about Turkey that much. Do y'all believe the numbers that they report on Turkey? And have y'all watched some of the devastation of what happened in Turkey? I got 2 channels that I go to, and those people, there's earthquakes all the time happening there now. That's number one. But number 2, them people will be standing around, and they standing outside the buildings, and there's no earthquakes happening at the time. They looking around at all the buildings like, okay, which one go come down next? Because the buildings didn't all come down during the earthquake. They just fall. It'd be the earthquake happened 4 days ago, and then they outside just looking, and you hear they pan in the camera, you looking, and all of a sudden, boom. Now, I don't know what the number is. I think the last time I checked, it was like 50,000. But I'll tell you this right now, it's a few million of them people that crossed over to the other side, wherever they at. I don't believe the numbers that the government say, nor are they reporting it, and they not reporting what happened in Syria. Now, the question is this: what did the Turks do to make somebody mad at them? Because if you have that many number of people crossing over at once, that's a biblical thing right there. That's not a regular occurrence.
Did Turkey have the Israelites in slavery at any point in time?
Not only that, but they recently they had a lot of Haitians over there that they was doing very bad.
Okay,
it was on record. They
Okay.
was doing Haitians like very, very dirty.
Okay.
And see, we get it twisted. Well, we don't get it twisted because we have an understanding of what the Ukrainians are. But yeah, they was doing the Haitians dirty over there. And
Yeah.
I would imagine that, and this is what I related to. I would imagine I want to hit Elisha up about something. I want to hit Elisha up about his experience in, because he was in for a number of years. But the Turks must have did something to his people, because that's the only reason why you would have something of biblical proportions happen to them people like that. Brother Elisha, I want to ask you, when you were in and when you were teaching the book and going at brothers, you had a certain presence. How was it for you? And because the brother seemed to like it, and he wasn't in for that long, but can you explain to the fam how it was for you when you were locked up, when you were going around teaching? Go ahead, bro.
I mean, when I say maybe like the first week I was inside, I was in prison. I remember brother was like a Jamaican brother. He was like, he kept saying the Israelites. He just kept singing that part. And I was like, yeah, man, we the Israelites. And that really was, matter of fact, that was maybe like the second day I was in it. And then, that's when I really kind of started teaching brothers that we was Israelite. And it was a constant thing. I would come out every day with all my books and everything, and I would teach brothers that we was the Israelites. And I mean, you had some pushback initially. A lot of brothers did believe that the people in the Bible was black. But as far as us being the Israelites and the fact that it mattered today, you had some brothers that had a lot of questions. Well, what about white people? What about Chinese people? Usually it's the main question people ask, what about everybody else? And a lot of time I wasn't the most humble when it came to them bringing up the other nations, considering the condition that we're in. But after a while, man, I was just known in the prison as, the Israelite. And that's what they would call me, Israelite. Some brothers would call me Bright Light. I taught them the commandments. So after a while, man, I actually had a group of brothers that was learning under me. And in prison, when you go to get in the shower, man, you got a lot of gangs in there. So you got this gang here, this gang there, and they usually set up in quarters. They got their own little spot. So when they get in the shower, a lot of times they what you would call the shot caller, the brother who's running the tier, he would have guards that would watch him, that would stand in front of the shower in just in case somebody ran up in there with a knife or something. Well, anyway, the brothers that I was teaching, after a while, man, they just started to stand in front of the shower when I was in there, and I had to break it down to them like, listen, we don't operate like that. We're not a gang. There's no need for you to stand in front of the shower to protect me from anybody. The Most High got me, He got you. We're not going to get into, brothers walking around me thinking that we need that type of protection. But I taught a lot of brothers over the years, man, and for the most part, I got a lot of respect in prison in about the almost 6 years I was in there. I mean, I even got to the point where, mostly usually gangs have the tables, the gangs, the Muslims and whatnot. You have a lot of gangs in prison, man. You in Maryland, you had the Crips, the Bloods, the Latin Kings, the MS-13. I mean, what did I say, MS-13? I think that's what they're called. You got the Muslims that largely operate as a gang. Well, anyway, after a while, man, they're usually one who congregated the tables. But, I had my own table that was just mine, that, brothers was allowed to come and sing sanctuary there. And I would teach them, man. And if I went up to one of the gangs saying, don't push up on a particular brother, he trying to learn the Bible. I was extended that respect. After maybe about 2 years there, I was brothers that knew me and that I didn't know. But then I was like the only person in there who taught that we was the Israelites. There was a couple brothers in there that said they knew, but as far as teaching it, I was the main brother that you would go to if you wanted to learn about who we were. And I say the most powerful thing regarding teaching that I ever had in there was, it was a brother. He was right under the imam for the Muslims. And I remember, man, I started to teach him. He was one of their teachers. And the Most High was moving so mightily when I was teaching this brother. He was doing things before I think the brother one day he asked me, he said, that night before, the Most High Spirit spoke to me and said, prepare a lesson on the Comforter. I did the lesson, woke up that morning. He came, he was like, hey, brother, man, the Muslims is coming, they pushing up on me. I mean, I want to know about the comfort. I had already wrote it the night before. Brother never said nothing to me. But the Most High put it in my spirit that night before to do it. So anyway, after he had believed that we was the Israelites, he left the Muslims. And mind you, a lot of the Muslims in there was real upset with me for that. You know, he had a major problem that I was teaching their people, and one of them actually left, one of their leaders. So that was a big situation in prison. The Most High got me through and protected me through because I actually operated by myself after I left the tier where I was teaching brothers. So I was in several different places there. So the whole time I was in there, man, I would say that the Most High definitely guided me, protected me, blessed me. Believe it or not, I got a lot of respect in there for a person that was in there by myself. After I left the tier that I was on, where I was teaching brothers, that I had the group that was like around me, the ones who was actually, you know, a lot of the students that I was teaching that was around me every day. I had left that building and started over fresh in a whole nother building, which had its tribulations. But that's where I ended up meeting a brother that was a Muslim, and you know, he believed the truth. And to this day, man, he's a very zealous brother for the Most High. You know, not always in the most wise way because he's young, but some of the brothers still contact me from the joint. You know, I only been out like 6-7 months now, so that's pretty much, that's in short, that would be a short testimony of how the things was for me.
Yeah, and I appreciate you sharing that. You've shared that. I don't know if you shared that exact same story, but I wanted the family to hear that because it kind of plays into the whole thought and idea that, you know, our people are hidden in prison houses and the stuff that we have to go through while you're in there. And you know, you think you solo dolo, but in reality, you're not by yourself. If you're standing on the book, you're standing on what the Father gave you according to His word. You and their teaching and living it, not just teaching it, but you living it. You walking the walk, and that's a beautiful thing. It dovetails directly into what Brother Macthusm had went through when in the short
Yeah, but
period
he was
that
in
he
the
was in.
pen. I was just in jail. He went through way more than what I went through, and
Let
he
me
went
say
through
this one
longer
last
too.
thing, since we're on the subject, and I mean, I'm just going to say it. It's a brother in there that I'm helping right now. That with his case, you know, I actually got him this organization called Alpha Justice in Maryland that's helping. That's going to go through the brother's case for me. He's been in there since 1986. He got a life bit under the felony murder doctrine. I'm not going to be long-winded with it, but he been in there 36 years. And under the felony murder doctrine, he didn't exactly perpetuate a killing, but he actually fell in line because they say another person he was with did. So anyway, the brother actually can use, you know, some people to write him. And if any, preferably, you know, not that I'm trying to do a fix up or anything. I'm just saying that preferably if any brothers or sisters would like to write the brother, preferably a sister that can write the brother. The brother could use somebody to talk to. Pen pal, if anybody feel inclined to do so, unmarried, please. If or even if the brothers just want to write the brother and just send him, you know, well wishes. He was my cell buddy for a while. He knows we the Israelites. He started to believe, you know, at the time that we became cell buddies, and he firmly believes we're Israelites. He knows we're Israelites. I talk to him almost every other day. Well, I ain't gonna say every other day, but maybe twice a week. And the brother can just use a voice or somebody to write him. I know a lot of brothers like that. So if anybody is feeling kind enough to do so, just to write the brother or even allow him to call, whatever. I'm just throwing it out there just in case, because in that place, you know, it becomes where you don't have anybody. And a man lacking a woman's voice in prison, you know, I'm just going to say how it really is, can get, I'm not going to say depressed, but get to the point where you just feel like nobody's there. And also, even if you don't have any brothers reaching out to you, you know, prison is hard on you. So whoever you went in there with, you often don't come out of there with. I could say the same in my situation after a certain amount of years there. You know, my wife moved on with her life, and that's just what it is. But if you know, so I know how the brother feels being in there and not having anybody to at least say how you doing, brother, and things like that. So if anybody knows anybody on the planet that wouldn't mind, you know, reaching out to them, just say, hey, man, you know, we know you in there. Outside of myself, you know, I'm just throwing it out there. So you can leave a message or whatever. if somebody wouldn't mind just saying something to the brother.
Can you put the brother's information, drop it in, and then put it up so the family is asking for it. So why don't you put that up in the chat? Soulfully sowing seeds. Peace and blessings to you, sis. Hope all is well. Basanama is written. Peace and blessings to you. A lot of you guys came in late, and normally I would shalom y'all, but I'm shaloming y'all now for everybody that came in late. My sultry sound, shalom, sister. Hope all is well. Donovan Ben Yehuda, I saw you jump in. Hope all is well with you. Hope everybody's doing well, and the Father's been keeping you. So I appreciate that commentary. Go ahead and put all of the brother's information, and he's in the Eastern Correctional Facility, and probably put the brother's name in there, and maybe even his number also, so they'll be able to get his information. Now, when you say Eastern Correctional Institution, can you give a little bit more details as far as what that is and where it is, or will I be able to Google it just on that?
I mean, you would be able to go in the case search and find it, but for people who don't know about it, Eastern Correctional Institution was the second prison I was in there. First, I was in Hagerstown Prison, way out in the mountains. Eastern Correctional Institution is the biggest prison in there, and one of the things about Eastern Correctional Institution is that it's the biggest prison in Maryland as far as inmate go, and you got so many gangs in there. And to stay away from that atmosphere and try to serve the Most High, for me it was easy because it's for me to go in there and to press upon the community inside prison that we are the Israelites. So a lot of times, I would have people that would go another, oh, here come Israelite, man. This still the ones who didn't want to talk about the Bible, but everybody gave me that respect. But anyway, it's a hard place to be. Considering the atmosphere and the things that happen there, man. I've seen some things there that I haven't said on the mic, that happen to people and over trivial things. So a brother being in there, man, can really just use a voice or somebody to write them. And if you want to be able to fulfill the scriptures, just saying that when the Mashiach says, when I was I was in prison, you visited me, it would be a good thing for some of our brothers in there that are lonely. And I'm just going to put it out there. Brothers in there are lonely. They don't have anybody. Some brothers been in there for 30, 40 years. This particular brother, 36 years, this brother's been in there, and he could use that companionship. And I'm only saying it just in case any of the righteous, the people who are striving for righteousness in there, because I don't know what everybody's walk is, but I know that at least brothers and sisters are striving. If brothers or sisters would, particularly sisters, I'm not going to lie, that can to be an encouragement to the brother, not asking you to marry or to even propose anything of such, but just to be somebody who say, hey man, we know you in there. Vincent Cole, Eastern Correctional Institution, 304. That's right. That's what it is. Rebels Neck Road, Westover, Maryland, 21890. I'll drop his DOC number and SID number in here. I didn't tell the brother that I was going to do this. Even though I jokingly said, hey man, you need somebody to talk to, so it's not like it'll be, it won't be a total surprise if somebody said, hey, brother, I'm just want to be encouragement for you if you want to talk or write letters, anything like that, so I'll put his DOC and SID number in here, and he's not the only one. There's a lot of brothers and sisters in there. I mean, I'm sorry, brothers, because there's no such thing as a co-op prison. But in those situations, you just wouldn't believe how it is to be stuck in a situation like that, trying to fight your way out. And you're locked in this cell, particularly during COVID, almost 23 hours a day. It was a time we was locked down for 23 hours, 45 minutes when COVID first hit. We was only coming out for a shower, so now the population is opening up again. And you got a lot of brothers that's just in there fighting. Believe it or not, so many brothers that's in there fighting their case or trying to get somebody to get them a lawyer. That's how prison is spent. Prison is not for nobody, and it is fulfilled in the scriptures that our people hidden in prisons houses, because it's 80% brothers, it's 80% black people in there, 10% Latino, and 10% white. But you're going to see a bunch of people that look just like you in there. Some of them messed up. Some of them is out there. It's a lot of craziness going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, and then I can personally attest to this. Brothers and sisters brothers might not serve the Most High, but they definitely respect a man who does. And that was one of the main things that brothers used to extend to me. was that they knew it wasn't phony with me. They can go online and see the work I did before I went to prison and how I conducted myself in there. And the Most High was always in my mouth. That's one thing about prison. Who you are, you can't fake it. A lot of dudes that go in prison that pretend to be in some type of religion just to keep people off their ass. But they can tell when you phony about it and when you real about it. And so a person that's serving Most High, this word got to always be in your mouth. And that was something that the Most High always had in me the whole time I was in prison, the whole 5.5 years, pushing 6 years that I sat in that box unjustly, is to push that word constantly. And I got that respect inside prison. I never was into nothing, smoking none of that crap. I never did none of that. Even when the gangs, when I was doing sanitation, the gangs would try to slip you like a kite. They call it a kite. And what they would do, they pass your kite because you outside. A lot of brothers be locked in the door and they'll pass your kite to try to pass drugs. Well, anyway, I remember a particular dude I knew who was cool with me. He ran the phones for the BGF in Maryland. And I remember he passed me something. And when I came back, I knew if I didn't ask him what it was, I knew it was out of line for me to ask him what it was, considering that they ran that block for the most part. It was mainly BGF on that tier at the time. But if I let it go, then brothers would feel like it's okay to pass me drugs. So I didn't know what he had inside his kite. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's anything. But I said to him, I was like, man, I know it's not no drugs, and don't ever pass me that. And I had to say that to him. And a lot of times brothers might be afraid to do it, but they'll respect you more if you always have a certain position. You can't go back and forth on it. So prison is not, our people fear the Most High more than we're giving credit for. Because if you go to prison and you really are a person who wants to serve the Most High, brothers won't get in your way. Brothers will respect that, man. It's not like how it is on TV. They just like, brothers really fear the Most High. They might not serve them in every capacity, but if you serve them, they will give you that respect. And I'm telling you that they'll give it to you. Our people fear the Most High. They'll ask you questions. They'll come to get the truth from you. They might not change everything about themselves, but they will give that respect to a person who's serving, man. And they not going to impress themselves upon you. Like, hey, man, you got to do this. You got to do that. As long as you keep that, you don't blur them lines. It's no different than when you're on the street. So I just wanted to say that, our people fear the Most High, and they don't serve them all the time, but they fear him.
Elisha, can you drop his numbers in there? So, because I want to let it scroll across the bottom for a minute, at least until we close out, which we'll be closing out in a little bit. So go ahead and drop the number so I can put it on the banner.
All right.
Appreciate it. Let's look at some of the comments. Let's see what some of this comment was really. Yeah, all is well, brother. It's good seeing you, man. It's really good seeing. It's really good seeing all of you. Considering that all the stuff that's going on the earth right now, and knowing that if the tail is becoming the head, and you guys know I'm on you guys all the time about Deuteronomy 28, and Deuteronomy 30, Deuteronomy 29. Those are some of my favorite chapters. The whole book is my favorite, but the thought and idea that you are living and breathing and fulfilling prophecy, even as you live and breathe, is fantastic. It's fantastic to be alive in this hour because you get to see the Bible unfold in real time. When was Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 written? It's a few thousand years ago, right? And you got the real Israelites talk about them people, not the real people in the book. You got this whole awakening thing where everybody know who you are, and everybody that's on the earth that's an Israelite know they done heard, oh yeah, we the people of the book. You can't run from that. You can't hide from that now. Go ahead and put the brothers' numbers up so that I can you put them in private or
yeah, I'm going on the app right now.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I want to see. So it's good seeing you, Donovan. It's always good seeing you, brother. And yes, hopefully sowing seeds. Peace and blessings to you again. I meant not forming intimate relationships. Sometimes we forget our brethren are in prison, beloved, and that's right. A lot of our people probably don't have people writing to them and communicating with them because sometimes your own family will excommunicate with you or not be rocking with you because of you being arrested or you being locked up under false pretenses. You can't tell me that 90% of our family is locked up under real pretenses when you got Look at the numbers. And they always throw the 13%, you're 13% of the population, but you're committing more than 50% of the crime. That's because your grandfather's a judge, and your grandfather and your uncle is the district attorney, and your great grandfather is the lawyer. So you're not gonna never do no time. You'll have a rap sheet as long as both my arms stretched out, and you will go before your uncle, which is a judge, and your uncle will say, well, he looks just like my cousin Timmy, so I'm not going to give him any time. Matter of fact, those 10 felonies that he got, we're going to break those down to one misdemeanor that he was jaywalking, and you don't got to do no time, but just pay $50. Instant get out of jail free card. So yeah, so we should be into doing this, but this is somebody's office and this is somebody's work. And so somebody should be out there doing this already. I want to go back to Masonoma. It is written. The comment that you made, sis, I had it up for a second. Look at this right here. This is an indictment against the United States of America. My nephew lost both grandmothers, his mother, his great niece, his grandfather, and they refused to let him attend the funeral. My nephew went in at 17 and is now and now he is 44. Wow. If I got my numbers right, that's what 20, 23, 27 years. If I'm not mistaken, my numbers could be off. My math is messed up right now. Is that 27 years? That's 27 years. The man been locked up longer than his age, because he went in at 17. That's a crying shame. And he probably didn't do much of nothing. But again, this is fulfilling prophecy. This is fulfilling the book when you say we'll be hidden in prison houses, because there ain't nothing but us in there anyhow. Most of us is locked up. Let me read this other comment the sister made. The Most High knew that our people will be jailed unrighteously. That's why he tells us to visit them in prison. Yeah, we should make it a point to do like how the brother is setting us up to do, as far as us communicate with them. And that should be something that we do. That's somebody's office. It's not necessarily my office, but that don't excuse me from not wanting to do it, or for me to even potentially write the brother, which I should be doing that too. We all should be doing it. It's all hands on deck, fam. There's nobody that should be saying that, hey, I'm not doing something according to how it's written in the book. You should not be saying that, and you should not be doing that. Everybody here should be doing something. Not just sitting up listening to YouTube, listening to me yell and scream and holler and kick up a fuss. No, you should be doing something for our family, because we need it. And I'm not begging you. I'm just saying this is if it's all hands on deck, and y'all know what time it is. Y'all see what the father did to Turkey and Syria. Y'all see he got white on white crying, talking about Ukraine and Russia. Russia get ready to do Poland, and Russia get ready to take over the whole of Europe. And I say, good. Have at it. Have fun doing it, and keep up the good work. Good work Russia is doing, as far as I'm concerned. You got the numbers, bro, for me?
Yeah, I put it in right there, brother. You got it up on the screen.
It's already up. Okay, cool. All right, cool. That's the whole rundown right there, fam. So you guys make sure that you guys write the brother, the males and the females, and prayerfully the brother gets the letters and they give them to him on time, because I know how it is with the system. They probably open the mail, read it, and then wait. And then if they dealing with one of their kind, they get it immediately. They probably hold on. Would you say they hold our mail a week before they give it to you?
Yeah, you got some situations where they definitely read your mail. I mean, so when you get it, it's already open. So they call it a contraband search and all that, because you got the drug problem in there. But they definitely gonna read the letter first. So I mean, we all Israelites walking according to the spirit of righteousness and holiness, and we not saying nothing crazy. So it ain't like that. Anyway, any type of fallback from saying something crazy would be on his end. They're gonna come holler at him, or they have intel coming in, and they'll snatch up. Which I had that happen, which is a whole nother story, man. I told all the prison stories, but
well, you haven't told any of them hardly yet, so you have to come back on to do that.
Yeah, but they definitely do. So, you're gonna do. But in fact, one thing too, you actually have a app now, and it's called you got an app that you can do because they started to put tablets in the prison. So it's an app where if you want to, any of y'all can go on the app and you can actually send him a message right to his tablet. If you don't want to write, you want to, you just feel like it's too much of an inconvenience. There's an app called it's called GTL Getting Out. So you would go to gettingout.com, set up an account. You have to add maybe like $10 just so you can send them messages, because obviously Esau is, when it says that you shall be for prey and the spoil, and none saith restore, they do spoil us in there, so they're going to charge you for everything. So if you want to send them a message on the GTL Getting Out app, you probably got to add like $5 to $10 on there just so you can send them a message, which I think is 20 cents a message for you to write to him. He can respond back to you for free. So you can go on that app and look him up on there, and you can write him and just say, how you doing, brother? Whatever you want to say, so the brother's like, he's 60 years old, man, but prison 60 ain't on the street 60, because you stay pretty, you stay away from a lot of things sitting in prison, so the wear and tear that the streets put on you is not the same. So there it is. So like I said, I think the app is called Getting Out, and I'll type that in, and you can go right on that app and say, how you doing, brother, whatever.
Appreciate that. So we're gonna close out. We over our 2 hour, 20 minutes over. I only have one thing to say to you, Israel, in that hopefully you're doing the Father's will for your life, and keep your eyes open. Don't trust the heathen. Keep your eyes open for the old, the young ones, the babies, because the babies is as wicked. You figure what's the most poisonous snake is a baby snake, because it doesn't even know how to use its poison yet. I read that somewhere, right? So you got a rattler. Rattler's the most dangerous because they don't even know how to control how much venom that they putting in you if one of them happen to bite you. And so you guys be on the lookout for these heathens. They always raging. Do the Father's will for your life. Stay out of the way of what's happening on the earth. Keep your head low, but make sure that you law, statutes, and commandments first and foremost. That's most important, fam, because you see what he did to Turkey and Syria. You see what he's doing in Europe, and you see what's happening in the snakes. The snakes is a powder keg right now. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with the news and whatnot. These politicians has lost their rabbit ass mind. Politicians don't went crazy. Sorry. Marjorie Taylor Greene talking about, we need to have a secession, Republicans and Democrats. And like I've been telling y'all, as we go forward in time, we're moving backwards. We're seeing this whole timeline play out again. The Civil War is going to play out again here in the snakes, fam. It's going to play out again. Now, how it's going to be different is because we didn't have the Father rocking out with us like how we do now. So it's going to be a completely different situation. If you understand what contraband camps is, then you understand that, okay, that's how it was for our people then. That's why you should know your history. That's why you should know what's up with Red Summer, what happened with that. What happened with our people during the Civil War? What was they going through? Because they're trying to repeat all of this. They want to get back to the good old days. But the Father got us. That's right. Keep your popcorn ready. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through each member here, and we're gonna rock out. I'm going to start with the guest, Brother Macthusm. Go ahead and say last words to the fam.
Continue to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and get up every day and renew yourself.
Y'all heard that. Renew yourself. Brother Najee, what say you, brother? Okay, we'll catch you, Brother Najee, on the rebound. Brother Lasha, what say you, brother?
Hashtag let us go.
Hashtag let us go. Let us go. Let us go. And those of y'all support the channel, y'all hit the merchandise app, hit the app, sotepp.com. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and purchase something, and all proceeds will go to me because I'm trying to get that private jet. So y'all already know what it is. This has been another Salt of the Earth production. I always tell y'all the same thing every time. Go ahead and get saved.